Hi, my name is Taylor, and this video is for my class called the University of Success in GCU. I am going to school to become an English teacher, and to be a teacher of any type, you have to possess certain dispositions. Now, I personally think that I possess several of these dispositions already. For example, some dispositions talk about how you need to consider the cultural diversity in students, and I already, in my personal time, love to research about different cultures and how different people think. I even research psychology a lot. So I think that that is something that I will be really good at because I always love to consider someone else's perspective. I'm really a very empathetic person, so I think that I am going to be great at that when I am a teacher in the future. Now, there are also some dispositions that I definitely need to work on. For example, I do get frustrated little easily when I'm teaching my younger brothers. And when a few years ago I used to do a couple of their problems for them. Most of the time I would wait and have them figure it out themselves, but a couple, like the last two questions, I would always just end up doing the problem for them and telling them what the answer was. That I definitely need to work on. I haven't been doing that lately, and I will never do that again because they can't learn if I do the work for them. And when I teach my students, I will teach them to do the work for themselves so that they will be successful in their lives, and they won't have to rely on other people just because I let them rely on me. Now, I think there are several qualities that professional educators display. I think most professional educators I have seen, they're very kind and courteous, and whether they have different beliefs or not, they don't let it affect the classroom. They don't argue with someone else's beliefs. So even if they do agree, I don't know if they think differently because they never say that. So I think that's a very important quality, is that you can't just argue with someone. Now maybe they might say that they support Trump, but they're not going to go out of their way to argue and say, hey, no, you're stupid for supporting Hillary Clinton, because they can't say that. That would be very unprofessional, and not very smart. So I think that's definitely very important. Now, I definitely think that it is very important to be professional. Every teacher I see, they're wearing very professional clothes. They're always on time for things. They're always there. The only time that they don't show up in the classroom is if something happens. Like, I had a couple teachers who were pregnant, and they didn't show up for 3 months for 2 months because they had maternity leave. But aside from that, they would always show up. They would be very professional. They would be there waiting in the classroom. They would never take longer than the break, which I thought was really cool. That is what I think about disposition.